All right, JV, if you want to come and stand up here, that'd be lovely of you. Yes, thank you. All right, well, hello, I'm Justice, in case you did not know that. Amy and I are coaching the JV volleyball teams, and it has been a season that is full of learning and growing, both as a team and individuals. We've definitely had ups and downs as many teams go through, but they've all worked very hard to get through them, and they've all improved so much since the beginning of the season. Amy?
I would agree. I think that's one of the things that has impressed me most about the girls is just the growth I've seen with the girls I've worked with. I know in the past we've had, because there's so many girls, we haven't got the opportunities to play, and I think this year I've seen a lot of growth in those girls. So, kudos, keep it up, keep working in the off season.
Here you go.
Now we'd like to have Miss Murray come up and talk about her varsity team.
Actually, one of my players just made fun of me for my glasses. She was playing around when I got over there. I could never understand when I was younger why people would wear their glasses like this, like down on their nose. Now I know I've become one of those people. In my classroom, I'll put them up, and sometimes I forget them somewhere, and I'll go like this, and I'm like, oh, no, I need my glasses. Yeah. Thank you, Emily. So, I'm going to introduce the players first. So, we have our sophomore, Cassie Cooley. Cassie! Seniors be Caitlin Guiney. Brooke Traver. And Emily Jr. And now for the seniors, we have Michaela Bauer. But this year, there's a joke all the time. So, now they're being quiet to hear the joke. So I thought I would start with a joke. I'm not a good joke teller. It's very short. And it is, why was Cinderella taken off the volleyball team? There's a pun there, right? Cinderella? Yeah. You might know? Oh, no, you can't answer. She ran away from the ball. big game on Monday against River Ridge. We beat them the first time we played them. Right at the time, it was pretty much River Ridge, us, and Highland, kind of at the top. So we really needed to win that game. And the girls went to River Ridge and were ready to play. Other times when we played at River Ridge, it's just not a fun gym to play in. So I'm always worried when we go there. It's just a hard place to play. And they took it in 3 sets, so I couldn't have been more proud of them for doing that. We had a couple that weren't feeling well. They pushed through it, and we got the win, so that was a big one. Tuesday night, and we had Cassville. Cassville really came out firing in that first set. Very unexpected, although we tried not to ever overlook a team. They made it very, very close. I think they even had the lead at a certain point in that set. The girls stuck with them and ended up winning that first set, and then kind of took control of the match after that, and we won the next 2. Then last night, we went and watched the UW Madison team play, and they played Iowa, and it was a great match. The last game, I think the Badgers were down 22-24, and the Badgers pulled it off 28-26 in the end. So I think it was really cool to see the size of the players and how hard they hit the ball. And I think the girls picked some things up. It was just a great night. So that was really cool. Just thinking back to 21 years ago when I first came to Potosi and took over as a head coach. I was about 29 years old, just had my 3rd kid like 5 months ago. And someone said to me, oh, by the way, you got to speak at this pep rally. We have a pep rally, and the coaches are supposed to introduce the team and say a few words. I'm like, no big deal. I went to Cuba City, and all our stuff was done in the school. The parents, community weren't there, so it wasn't a big deal at all. Then I get in the gym, and I noticed the gym is starting to fill up. And literally, I feel like half the community was at this pep rally. And public speaking was not my forte at all. So, like, I was getting more nervous and more nervous. And that's kind of how I was broken at Potosi, was just the pep rally was a really cool thing that the community all supported. So I could tell I was in a good place when I came 21 years ago. Let's see. I didn't know what to expect this season because we lost 6 seniors last year, and they were all a significant part of our lineup. So I feel like the girls have really stepped up. I think they've done, more than I've expected. I think more than a lot of people have expected this year, with pretty much bringing 3 new juniors in that have had a lot of playing time, or 4 new juniors that have had a lot of playing time. I didn't even know that a couple of those girls would be playing for us this year, to be honest, after seeing them play last year. And they have just really stepped up, and it's been really exciting to watch them improve. Because it's a whole different level of play when you get to the varsity level. The seniors just stepped up and have done a great job leading. They each lead in their own specific way. They're all different types of leaders. And they don't all necessarily hang around with each other outside of the volleyball court. But when we're at practice or when they're on the volleyball court, they really just connect and they work together and they support each other. And that's been really fun to watch this year. I just feel like they look like a team out there and they really figured that out. So that's been really cool. Our record this year is 20-5, which is outstanding. Like I said, they've definitely filled the expectations with getting off to such a great start and then maintaining that good start. I feel like they have a lot to show yet. I think they're peaking at the right time. We have an opportunity to win conference if we can get by that Tuesday night. We have 1 loss, and so does Highland. So I think this is the first time in all my years of coach that it's going to literally come down to the last match of the season. And whoever wins that match are going to be conference champs. So it's none of those get those banners ready for, if you know that you make that win, it can go either way. So it's kind of exciting because, then the best team wins, and that's the way it comes down to. So hopefully we'll be on the upper end of that. I'm almost done, I promise. I just hope we have a lot of fans there supporting us for that. Honestly, this is just a really special group of girls. They lead with a good example, and I hope that our underclassmen, our JV, and our freshmen can learn by them, because I can ask these girls to do anything. If I told them to take 10 sprints up and down the floor, they're going to nicely try to talk me out of it, but they're going to do it because they trust me, I trust them, they know that I'm going to do what's best for them, and they're just going to do what they need to do to be successful, and that's what they've done. They don't complain. I want to thank the advisors who put all of homecoming on like they do every year. I think it was Charlie and Trevor are in charge of the skit night and all that kind of stuff, the homecoming, and Deb and Tracy and Zach, the senior advisors, the administration for always supporting, the community, and then I have to thank Mark Seeger because, you know, you have an AD who's a football coach, you never know how that's going to go, but he does a really good job supporting the volleyball program and helping me out with anything I need, even though he's really busy in his own season. So I just want to take some time to wish the football team good luck, and I hope you guys go really far in the postseason, and hopefully we can do the same and just make Potosi a proud place to be. So thanks to these girls, and hopefully we can support next week.
Now we would like to ask that Coach Matt Rieslick come up and recognize the JV football team.
Okay, sorry about that. This is the way, I'm kind of superstitious. This is the way we've done it for 23 years. Okay? So, anyway, I want to welcome everybody into Skit Night 2021. I want to thank Coach Murray and thank the volleyball team for showing us the way against River Ridge, who we play on Friday. So thank you very much. I have a bunch of thank yous to give out here. It takes a community to run a football program, and especially when it's a co-op program. You know, we got 2 communities, 2 schools, and it takes a lot of support. The staff and administrators at both schools are supportive. The bus drivers to get, you know, the logistics of all this. Buildings and grounds crews to get everything ready. So Jamie and Chris and Bernice. The games, just to get the games off the ground. There's so many people involved. From the booth, we have Brad, Justin, and Tim. The gate ladies, Kathy and Diane. To our GM, our game manager, who keeps everything under control, Mr. Downs. Our athletic trainers, Mason and Jen. The vets who present our colors. I'd like a hand for those men for their service. To get a varsity football game off the ground is unbelievable. The number of cameras and tech that's involved now, it's completely different than it used to be when we used to take one VHS camera to a game, and now there's digital cameras and huddle cameras, and 5 iPads, and there's all sorts of things that go into this. And I want to thank Mr. Bond, Jason Ryder, and Wynn to kind of collaborate and get all that stuff together, so thank them. I also want to thank Mr. Kading for doing our stats, who is spot on all the time. So all those people, and anybody that I would have forgotten to get the game days and all the stuff it does take a community, and I think everybody owes them a hand for all they do. I also never want to miss an opportunity to thank the volunteer middle school coaches. So, Coach Jeremy Groom, Coach Craig Bierman, Chad Emler, Jeremy Fishnick, and Chad Infield. If you're up, could you go ahead and stand up, please? And middle school players, because they just got a big win against Peck Argyle minutes ago. Are they in here, or are they still full of mud? Probably still full of mud. Nobody's in here yet. All right, so I want to congratulate those guys. The coaches on the high school level, I want to bring them up, and I want to make sure I thank them. They are the best staff in the state of Wisconsin. They are loyal, they are knowledgeable, and they do it all for the right reasons. Coach Livefree, Coach Eastley, Coach Edge, Coach Curtis, Coach Infield, and Coach Up. And if you're here, come come on down and join me, please. Of course, their families who give up a tremendous amount of time just as support from them as they coach these teams. Again, the community, we care about football, but more importantly, we care about these young guys who play and the experience they get from playing football. And I want to thank you for helping create that. It doesn't just happen overnight. You go to some schools and it's just not good, and it's kind of sad. And I feel bad for those guys because they're not getting that kind of experience. I want to thank the community for that. I want to thank the players' families for all that they have to sacrifice, whether it's financial or just time or having things that are just messed up because of a football schedule. But the awesome support that you show on and off the field is amazing. On Parents' Night, we gave you a gift, and we really meant it. Behind every player who believes in himself is a family who believed in him first. And I want to thank you for believing in your young man to play football and just the awesome support that you give them. So thank you very much. Thank my family, and especially my incredible wife, Amy, who does so much for me during football and every day of the year, obviously. But I want to thank them for all the time that they give up. And I just want to make sure that you understand how I don't know, it's tough sometimes when other things are going on, and I'm in this football bubble, and I kind of feel it coming every fall. And they are able to support me through that, and it's really cool. Because not every coach has that, and I'm very lucky. I want to thank the most, and we're going to bring the players up here real quick, but most of all the players. It takes a special individual to play football. It's not for everybody. I steal a lot from a lot of places, but on the back of our helmets, we list the 7 core values from the Army: honor, loyalty, courage, service, respect, integrity, duty. The guys pick those out, they put them on the back of their helmet, and that certainly is what these guys are all about. They exemplify those things, and it really takes all those things to be a player, along with all the toughness and all the other things that goes along with it. But all those things you can't measure is something that our guys are really great at. But they put in all the blood, the work, the reps, the sweat, the tears, all that stuff. And they do it for each other, but then they do it for you guys too. And I want to give those guys a big hand. So thank you very much. It really sank when I went 3 years ago. I think I went to Stockbridge High School up in northeast Wisconsin. They had just shuttered their football program. They couldn't make a co-op work, and it was just sad. We got those the white field goal posts up there. Just going to that school and just seeing a school that didn't have football in any way, shape, or form was just scary to me, right? It was scary. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. And I want to thank everybody, players, community, everybody that I mentioned for allowing us to do this, because it is something that the guys will remember for the rest of their life. And we talk about it. It shouldn't be the highlight of your life, but man, when you look back at it, you want to say, I would do that over again. That was awesome. That was a blast. And I want those guys to make sure that they have that kind of experience. Before we introduce our Potosi guys, I don't want to forget the guys that come 18 miles every single day. And they make up a quarter of our team. So I want to make sure I mention these guys' names. Robbie Rowe, Brad Zoke, Braden Fishnick, Xander Howe, Eli Adams, Cody Klein, Heath Rao, Nick Hampton, Aiden Toma, Austin Round, Denny Espiritu. Those guys deserve a hand too, even though they're not here, but they put in a tremendous amount of time. We're usually at the dinner table, and they're still riding in the van, getting back home. So I want to thank those guys. So we're going to first introduce the JV guys, and I'll introduce them, and this Coach Eastlick's going to say some words about their season. We'll start with the freshmen, and I'll just list them as a class, and then we'll give your applause after I list the class. So we're going to start with, and if I miss anybody, please let me know. I always get nervous about this thing. Miss Murray thinks she's nervous. I as Mimi, I dropped every class for the first 2 years of college because I couldn't stand. I looked at the syllabus and I go, oh, there's public speaking. I don't drop that class. Right? So anyway, I went and finally I had to figure out I can't graduate until I get that. So anyway, I'm still super nervous. My heart's pumping out of my chest right now, but this makes me nervous. I don't want to forget anybody here. But if I do, please stop me and figure it out here. So number 4, Connor Spitzak. Number 8, Austin Weber. Number 9, Nolan Vogelsberg. Number 14, Oliver Post. Number 18, Joe Haas. Number 30, Caden Leifried. Number 38, Isaiah Groom. Number 40, Jackson Oyen. Number 50, Aiden Uppana. Number 53, Austin Olson. Number 61, Ryan Stoney. Number 67, Kyler Hefty. And number 90, Willie Ryder. These are your freshmen. Now for our sophomores, and some of these guys may play at a varsity level in a varsity game and they make up our special team, or they may play full-time like one of them, like the first one here, but they're still going to be represented as a class. So number 25, Roman Frederick. Number 44, Tanner Kleemer. Number 52, Ezra Groom. Number 54, Wyatt Newhoven. And number 87, Kate Walsh. Those are your sophomores.
I get the special microphone. All right, so the JV team, we are 4-2 this year. We would be, I think we would be 5-2 if we had a game that didn't get canceled. So these guys have actually, I think, played really well this year. We started out 1-0, and then our second game of the year we played against Ithaca, and it went to 4 overtimes. The referees wanted to quit. Everybody was wanting to go home, but I had a suggestion that we would do the last overtime. We just do 4 plays, and whoever won the toss get to choose offense or defense, and then if you scored, you win. If you stopped them, you'd win. And so we ended up going on defense, and first, second, third down we stopped them, fourth down they scored. So it was a really great game, and they played really well. And then the next 3 games we won, so 4-1, and then just this Monday night we played Blackhawk. And as everybody knows, Blackhawk's really good. It was an excellent game. Unfortunately, we gave up 3 special teams touchdowns, which is unheard of almost, and hard to win a game, but we were still in the game and came down literally to the last 3 seconds of the game, and we almost got in the end zone, so it was crazy. But the thing I think kind of speaks volumes about these guys is they just keep playing one play at a time, which I really appreciate. They don't get too hung up on the winning and the losing. I know that's really important, but they're really about getting better. We really talk about getting better, working hard, doing our best, and I see that every time. And I also see that they don't quit, even though I don't know what the biggest margin was during the game on Monday night, but I do think we were down by 2 or 3 scores, maybe at one point, at least 2 scores, and nobody was doubting the fact that we could still win the game. So that says a lot about these guys, and I really appreciate that about them, and I'm looking forward to the years to come for them, and I hope you are too. So it's a really good group of guys.
You guys stay there, because every time we take a team picture, we never take a team picture JV and varsity. It is a football team, and we need everybody out for football. I appreciate everything these guys do for our program, because it's not always easy being a freshman and sophomore. And they do a lot of awesome things on their Monday nights, but they also do stuff Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to do some stuff that behind the scenes to get us ready. I'm going to introduce the juniors now for varsity, and they can take center stage then too. We have number 6, Dayton Newhoven, number 10, Preston Steiner, number 12, Ben Spriggs, number 26, Sam Newhoven, number 28, Logan Cruiser, number 51, Sam Post, number 60, Cooper Emler, number 62, Ethan Kirkhoff, number 66, Tommy Cledenstein, number 70, Lucas Kiefer, and number 79, Braden Edge. Those are your juniors. The seniors who are playing in their homecoming game, and anything, you know, as a senior football, there's always some stuff that there's a season of last. It's your last first practice, it's your last max out, it's your last first game, this is your last homecoming game. They could be playing in their last game at a home venue, if, you know, the seedings don't work out the way they need to, or it could be our last regular season game, and we already know that here in Potosi. But this is a season of last for these young men. And, as a whole, I think football is one of those things that are taken away first, right? You're going to be told in about a month or 2 months or whatever, whenever that date falls, that you're too old to do this now. And that's something that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. It's just like, oh man, this is fun and now it's over. So anyway, but this is our seniors playing in their last homecoming game. And I'll do these individually because this is a special time for these guys. Number 3, Levi Groom. Obviously coming up, and where everything's on the line in terms of how we want the season to play out. So we have to do our business to make sure that we stay under control, what we can control on Friday. We've also qualified for the 2021 playoffs for the 5th year as a co-op and the 18th year in a row as a Potosi program. And I always thank seniors for getting that done, so thank them guys for getting that done. Loss on Saturday against a team I'm not going to mention because I'm sick of saying their names. But the guys picked themselves up and they dusted themselves off, and they had a great week of practice, and it was super intense and really physical, and I think it might be one of their most physical in their career. It was a little bit back in time type of practice where we really dialed up some intensity as much as we could. Anyway, they're up for any challenge, whether it's in practice or on a Friday night, because they're highly motivated, right? Are you highly motivated or are you driven? Which one is it? We're what? We're driven, right? We talk about this. Motivation always comes and goes, but if you are driven, anything that's in front of you is going to get destroyed. These guys are driven. So, tomorrow night, okay? It's a very busy night. We've got homecoming, cancer awareness night, middle school football night, senior night, auction night. So, keep the rain away, right? And we don't need some swamp hole from 2019 again. I can't stand that. But come on out because it's Friday night, the lights are on, and we're the only show in town. So thank you guys, and thank you.
Thanks, Coach Seeger. Now, let's get to one of the main reasons why we are here. See those skits. Freshmen, get ready. Where are you? Time? Alright, we'll give you some time. So, you got some jokes. Kind of like every year, but I'll tell you some jokes.
Alright, start us off. Harry, what's the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know.
Neither do I. The plane is big plus.
Alright, the freshmen are ready. Give me your attention.
A few moments ago, in a galaxy not so far away, on a planet called Wisconsin, in a school named Potosi, the prize trophy went missing.
Outstanding performance by the freshmen.
Round two. What do cows most like to read?
What?
Catalogs.
Hey, I got a good one. Want to hear a joke about epic construction? Oh wait, never mind, they're still working on it.
Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why don't they?
Because they make up everything.
Got one more. What is it called when you play tug of war with a pig?
What?
Pulled pork.
Hey, did you hear about that new restaurant called Karma?
Oh, what?
There is no menu. You get what you deserve.
All right, sophomores, you guys ready? Well, so tell one more joke. Why did the mushroom go to the party?
I don't know. Why?
Because he was a fun guy. All right, sophomores, make it good.
Hey, I'm Chad. Hey, what are we doing? Action. Sounds fun. You want to make an action movie?
Why did you stop?
You're getting some good part. Okay, come on. Why do you keep thinking Okay, why do you keep picking the first movie?
Why? You picked it up.
I highly doubt that.
All right, let's go. I can shoot any day.
He started. I did not.
You'll be big enough for the two of us.
When did I?
pretty good. Some sophomores. Juniors, get ready.
Why are frogs so happy, Terry?
Why is that, Stokes?
They eat whatever bugs them.
Why did the M&M go to school?
Why?
They wanted to be a smarty.
Hey, did you hear about the 2 people who stole a calendar?
Not yet. Oh, no, why?
They each got 6 months.
All right, juniors are ready.
More or less.
Good enough.
Excellent performance, juniors. All right. Brad is currently getting set up, so I'm gonna need Ezra to help me read jokes. Come on for Ezra.
What did the left eye say to the right eye?
What?
Between you and me, something smells.
Why did the Oreo go to the dentist?
Why?
Because he lost his filling.
What kind of exercise do lazy people do?
What do they do, Ezra?
Diddly squats.
Why don't calculus majors throw house parties?
Why?
Because you should never drink and derive.
This is my locker, my area. There's one rule on this team. Don't ever, ever touch my football stuff. So I can't. That was me at a 6. You do not want to see me at a 10. Let's go. Hey. You're so sweaty.
Well, I was just watching some film on Reddit.
Hey man, you touched my helmet? Sure. Seems like somebody touched my helmet.
I know it's weird because I didn't touch it.
Did you touch my helmet? Whoa! Hey! Knock it off! I know you touched my helmet, because there's a chip in it. Oh yeah? So I'm gonna tackle you. I know you touched my helmet. I'm gonna get your little mouth in it. Oh. You swear on Secret's life. You didn't touch it. I don't have to swear to Secret at all. That's because I know you did it, because I know film isn't uploaded till 4. Where are you going?
Go upstairs. I want to put your mouth right in my mouth.
I'll flatten you like a pancake.
Let's skip that.
Good work, boys. I think we all know which skit was the best. All right. Now is the time that everyone has been waiting for. Just a reminder for the court members, please stay on the stage for pictures for the yearbook after the program. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Potosi's 2021 homecoming royalty. Aspen Walsh, daughter of Chad and Angel Walsh, escorted by Levi Groomers. They said.
No more jokes.
Tell a joke.
Ezra. One joke. What sits at the bottom of the sea and twitches? A nervous wreck. Thanks for your time, Ezra. All right. Aspen Walsh, daughter of Chad and Angel Walsh, escorted by Levi Groom, son of Jeremy and Tara Groom. Natalie Edge. Oh, wait. Natalie Edge, daughter of Jason and Renee Edge, escorted by Ashton Spitzak, son of Chris Spitzak and Julie White. Gracie Breitspecker, daughter of Bob and Kelly Breitspecker, escorted by Joe Vogelsberg, son of Steve and Angie Vogelsberg. Kylie Ryder, daughter of Brent and Trisha Ryder, escorted by Brad Perry, son of James and Loretta Perry. Jessica Noonan, daughter of Jason and Jennifer Noonan, escorted by Connor McKillop, son of Mike and Sheila McKillop. Please welcome our 2020 Homecoming King, Jake Stoney, son of Sean and Christy Stoney, and Queen, Sydney Fecht, daughter of Ryan and Shelley Fecht, to the stage to crown the 2021 Homecoming King. Drumroll, please. Ladies, please open your flowers. year's 2021 homecoming queen is Gracie Breitzbecker. Congratulations. Should we do another drum roll? Gentlemen, please open your envelopes. Thank you, parents, community members, teachers, and students for all of your hard work in making our homecoming a success. The student council and the senior class would like to remind you to join us for our parade Friday afternoon starting at St. John Mine at 2 o'clock and the football game between Potosi-Cassville versus River Ridge starting at 6. Dance will be Saturday, October 9th, starting at 8 in the cafeteria. The Grand March will be taking place at 9. I think some of you guys noticed the bake sale happening in the corner over there. The Potosi Environmental Club is helping raise money for the Potosi Driftless Center by having a bake sale. And please take a moment on your way out to grab an item